All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. A little chilly Tuesday afternoon. I got a special guest today, Point Borough star senior Shae Yocum. Shae, thank you for joining me.
Anytime.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I like to start these off by, you go to Point Borough. What are they doing? I mean, who knows now? A lot of schools are just completely virtual, but how did they start off the school year? Was it all virtual, or was it hybrid?
So when we first started the year, we went like A through K and then K through Z, and then we would go like on and off, and then Friday was all online. But now we're all back at school, and then we go 5 days a week.
Oh, wow. Do you like it better being in school?
Yeah, it gives me like a routine, so it's like way easier.
Okay. Yeah, most of the girls I've talked to, and I started this back when COVID first started, and they like to be in that atmosphere, with their friends, with teachers.
hmm
Um, Now you're a special player. We're going to talk about your career. First, I'd like to know when did you start playing soccer? How old were you?
I was 4 when I first started playing.
Who was the first team you played for?
I played for my sister's rec team because my mom was the coach, so then I just played up with her.
How old is your sister?
She's 19 right now, so she's 2 years older than me.
She's in school, college,
Yeah, she goes to Montclair.
Montclair, and then I'm assuming she plays soccer up there.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. Do you have any other siblings?
No, just
No.
her.
Was there like a big rivalry when you two growing up playing? When you were younger?
Yeah, there was a big one.
Yeah.
Like who's better than who and all this stuff.
And being the younger sister, you couldn't you had to show her that she couldn't beat you.
Yeah.
That's it. What position does she play?
She plays center mid.
Center mid.
So
So,
we're like complete opposites.
um, did you play any other sports growing up?
I was a gymnast until 8th grade.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. What made you give that up? Just soccer became more the.
Yeah. I just saw like a future in soccer, so then I had to pick one.
Okay. How about, did your sister play any other sports?
She played basketball.
Basketball. Okay. Did she play basketball at Point Borough too?
Yeah, up till her junior year.
Okay. Was Coach Drew the coach when she was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Coach. He's awesome. I love Coach Drew.
Yes.
Um, when talking about your parents, I like to ask, what have they meant, to your development and, playing, DA's top level? How have they helped you along the way?
Well, with my mom being like a huge soccer person and like my whole family being a huge soccer person, they've really like helped me become like who the player I am and like the person I am. And they just like always believed in me and pushed me to be my best. And they just always believed in me and my dreams.
Do you, you brought up your mom, excellent Point Borough,
Yeah.
multi-sport star. Does that help? She went to Monmouth, right, to play.
Yeah.
She played soccer at Monmouth, right,
Mhm.
with her sister. Um, is that like an advantage having such a successful, parent that played soccer?
Yeah, it is because she just helps so much and like she knows the game very well. So then like she helps me understand the game like more than I already do, and it just all works out and it's the best.
And your aunt, I found out like literally while I was emailing, your mom, your aunt Christy Rampone. How is it, having such, everybody knows, Christy from the national team. How is it, having an aunt that played on that level, and how has she also helped you?
Um, she just like makes me realize that like my dream can come true because she came from like the same place where I am, like Point Pleasant, like a small town,
Mhm.
and she reached like the national team and like just making my dreams like be like realized. So, and she helps me with soccer, like running and like being in shape and all that stuff, and it just helps so much with having like a big soccer family.
Now she has a daughter that's a freshman, right? At Manasquan.
Yeah, she has two daughters. Yeah.
You do you help them to, you being older than them, do you try to help them too?
Yeah, I help them a lot
I
with
saw
everything.
Manasquan once this season, and it was very, very windy and cold at the Seagirt base, so I really couldn't pay attention. It was brutal.
Yeah.
Um, so I felt that I have to make sure next season that I get to a Manasquan game.
Yeah.
Um, who throw your mother out and your aunt out. Who is a role model that you looked up to? Could be another family member or celebrity or athlete.
Yeah, definitely my sister.
Hmm. What has she taught you?
She just like works so hard to like become like who she is like in school and like in soccer. Like she's always going, like she never stops, and like it's just who I want to be. And even though like I don't do that, it's just still like to have that role model in place like that.
That's good. So it sounds like she's a good older sister, even though you
Yeah,
guys.
she is.
Funny story. Actually, when I got my coaching license for soccer,
Hmm.
I was required that my class was actually going to. I had to watch your aunt play soccer at Monmouth. That was the class
Yeah.
because the guy giving the class was her coach, and he did. I guess he signed up to do the class and didn't realize they had a game that day, so I really had to go for the class. We had to basically go there, analyze the game, and we all got our coaching licenses.
That's funny.
Yeah. So going back to your youth career, you started like on your sister's team. How long did you play for on that team and played up?
I think I did that until I was like 7, and then I joined like the Point Pleasant club, and then after that I went to Twin County and then Cedar Stars.
Cedar Stars. Is that where you are now, Cedar Stars? Um, my niece just played Twin County, Point Pleasant Soccer Club Sunday,
Oh,
actually.
really?
Um, who are some of the coaches? Beside you said your mom coached you and your sister's team. Who were your coaches after her?
I had on my Twin County team, I had Coach Ken and Coach Chris. And then when I first came to Cedar Stars, it wasn't like DA yet. So I had, his name's Martin. And then first year of DA, I had Wayne. And then second year, I had Charlie. And then third year, I had Andrew. And now I'm with Greg. So I've had a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably hard to get a little consistency, all
Mhm.
different styles and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good as a kid, you're learning different styles, but trying to get consistency for a team. Who are
Yeah.
some players you played with with Cedar Stars?
I play with Olivia Carney. I
I
play
just saw
with,
her Sunday, I mean
yeah,
Saturday.
I
Freaking.
play with Abby Najanovic. Like I play with a lot of RBC girls. Olivia Ramiz, and like a lot of girls from like up north who I play with.
Yeah, it's a lot of talented players on that team.
Yeah.
Could you explain to everyone, DA Development Academy, what that actually is. What being in that. It's a special program.
Yeah. So it's like the top, like it's like us. It was like DA and ECNL were like the top programs that you could have been in. And we would train 3 days a week and then play games on the weekends. And then like the big showcases were like in Florida, California, Colorado, and like all these places, and that's where all the college coaches would go. So it gave you like a great opportunity to like show like your like playing style off. Because all these colleges came like to these tournaments to find players who they want to be on their team. And then they would also come like to your games if like you had games, and it just gave everyone a great opportunity to show themselves to college coaches. And yeah.
Yeah, it's similar. It's way different from when I was in high school because there was no
Mhm.
such thing as academy soccer, and
Yeah.
even when I coached, there was no such thing as academy soccer.
Mhm.
But it's similar to AAU for basketball. The,
Yeah.
the the big showcases that where colleges could see multiple teams at one thing instead of waiting to the high school season where you can only go to like one game a day, and it gives the coaches and players more opportunity for exposure.
Hmm.
Um, talk a little, before you only played your senior year in high school. Talk a little bit went through like the decision making, sticking with the DA, because I know a lot of players were torn. They wanted to play with their hometown school, play with their friends. I'm sure you went through a similar thing. What were some of the decisions and that factored, some of the factors that made into your decision?
So it really came down to like what I wanted in the future, because like I wanted to play Division 1 soccer, and like that was my goal since like the start. So playing with DA, like it gave me like the best like chances, and like playing against the best teams like all over the United States, and like getting colleges to come to my games. Like it was pretty much all like came down to like what I wanted in the future, and that was to play Division 1, and that's where it led me. So I'm so thankful that that's where it brought me, and that was like my factor.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about you go to college at Charlestown, right? Charleston.
Yeah, Charleston.
At towards the end of the interview, but when DA, it disbanded, right? Is that what?
Yeah, it's not a thing anymore.
How what was your reaction that you'd be able to play your senior season
I was so excited.
with your friends?
Like, yeah, just finally playing with my school and like the kids that I grew up with. Like I was so excited just to play.
It's good. Now I got to see transition a little bit to the high school. I saw you girls play the Jackson Liberty game.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, you played another team. A friend of mine's kid's on the team, and he was texting me updates when they played your team, and all he kept saying, "This girl number 23, wow! This girl number 23." Wow. So that's good. It was probably your first high school. Who did you play first? Did you play Manchester first?
Yeah, we played Manchester.
That's who it was. So your first high school game, you get it's such a good impression you made, just on fans from the other team, and that's one reason I like doing this. I like going around. First of all, soccer is my first sport that I love, so I like going around and just so much good talent in the shore.
Yeah,
and you girls get no media attention, so I'm hoping slowly trying to hope and change that. But talk a little like your style. Who influenced like your style of play? Because I the game I went to was the Jackson Liberty game, and I was just you were all over the field.
Yeah.
Obviously you're the center point when they're you could see that Jackson Liberty had you as their focal point. Covering you. How did you learn that your style of play?
Definitely through all my coaches that I had, because like I got to learn so many different styles of how they played, and then it kind of just like turned into my like one big style of how I play. So it was definitely all my coaches teaching me new things and like different ways about soccer, and then like it kind of just all stuck with me.
Who would you think you compared to on the national team, your style?
Probably my aunt. Like I have no idea. Just because I'm a defender, and so is Shae, and she's like taught me all my defending ways and stuff.
Is it weird that I noticed a lot of kids, interviewing the kids and coaches, when you play on your club team, you play, and then your high school team kind of will move your position around.
Yeah.
Is it hard for you? Was it hard? Because when the game I was at, you see more, attacking than on defense. Was it hard for you to adjust to that, or
So I've always played every position, like on like every team. Like I don't really have one set position. It's more like on the wide, but I've played in the midfield, I've played up top, I've played in the back. Like I've just played everywhere. So like it wasn't really weird, because like it's just what I'm used to, and it's just what I've gotten used to over the years.
Yeah. Do you think, me and my sister have this discussion, my niece is young playing now, and we're under the thing, like at her age, the kid should be playing every position. Just at least to learn it. You a firm believer of that?
Yeah, I think everyone should play everywhere.
Yeah, because she was playing defense all through the summer, and then the first game of the year they moved her forward. Now she, not to brag, she is one of the better players, so she did adjust, but it took her a couple of weeks to adjust from playing defense to forward, not realizing she had to come back and get the ball. For it, where defense she was more aggressive. So that's one thing we try to push is now that my younger niece is playing, she even wants to play goalie. My younger niece, you need a special mindset to play goalie. leading into your senior year, with everything going on with COVID, did you think the season was going to happen, or what, during the summer, like say a couple weeks before the school year, or before you girls started they had the phases rolled out for practices, did you think it was going to happen?
No, I did not think it was gonna happen because like with all those phases that we had to go through, like I just didn't think that we were gonna get to the last phase. But then like we took like the 2 weeks break for like quarantining, so like when you went to school you didn't get it,
Yeah.
and then like all those phases just went away. So we were like what's going on? Like we can play normally now and like all this stuff, and it was just like okay, well we're playing now, so that was the best thing.
When I interviewed Coach Caruso in Brick Memorial
Uh-huh.
before before the season started, he said it was like a couple days before you were allowed to go like full contact scrimmage, against
Mhm.
the practice. He goes, it'd be good. I could finally see what I have, because we're all doing touches and conditioning. He goes, I don't want to see another, touch in practice or conditioning practice. And I'm sure the girls don't want to hear me saying I'm going to do that. So it was tough on the coaches and the players to,
Yeah.
it's hard for the coaches to come up with a strategy, where they're going to have everybody when you're just doing
Mhm.
dribbling and, drills and stuff like that. Um, Now, it was brought up to me, with COVID that you have diabetes.
Yes, I did.
Now, did you have to, because, I know people with diabetes and they have to take extra special precautions right now,
Yeah.
because with COVID, did you have to think about whether you wanted to play or not with your family, or was it your mindset you were playing this season?
No, it was my mindset that I was playing this season. Like I didn't want to give up my 1 year of high school, so I was just like, okay, I'm playing.
Any special precautions that, with somebody, you're higher risk of catching it and
Mhm.
stuff like that?
No, just like normal, like wearing a mask and like just being safe and like not going inside places, like being outside. That's pretty much it.
Now, my best friend, he had a kidney transplant a couple years ago, so he has to take extra precaution. He won't go in anywhere, and
Yeah.
but if you take the precautions, uh,
Hmm.
stay safe and healthy.
Yeah.
But it's good that you got to play this season. Never with all the obstacles with the
Yeah.
going on in 2020. Um, just real quick about with the team. What were some of the goals that your team set? Whether you set for yourself for being your only season in high school that you wanted to achieve, and some team goals too.
So with me, like I just wanted to go and just like help the team as much as possible and like in the beginning we were kind of hoping that we would be B South like champs, but then we got shut down for 2 weeks. So that was like a big like mental thing for us because like we haven't been playing soccer for 2 weeks and then we came back and played a game right away. And just playing to the best of my abilities and giving the team the most help that I could have given them. And that's pretty much it.
I wanted to ask that, because you're the first player that I interviewed that, team had to shut down for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How was it? Was it hard to, all of a sudden you're stopping everything and then you're just going right back into it?
No, yeah. We completely stopped for 2 weeks and then we got out on a Thursday and then we practiced on Friday and then played a game on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
So like it was just like we haven't done none of us has done anything for 2 weeks, like haven't touched like haven't practiced, haven't done anything like that, and then practiced and then played a game. Like it was just like one big thing that was going on.
Yeah, that's tough. And, there were a bunch of schools, it's, same thing.
Yeah.
Um, Hang on. I like to ask this, you being an upperclassman, I know you only been playing the soccer team, the high school team 1 year. What is something though you're trying to teach the underclassmen, to carry on, in Point Play?
Um, my goal was kind of just like to help them learn more about soccer than what they already know because like during the game like I'll tell them like when you should step, when you should not, like if you have time and space on the ball and like just to like bring more soccer knowledge to them because most of these girls like they don't play soccer, like they just play it for the high school just for fun and stuff. So like my goal was just like to bring them more soccer knowledge to the game than they already had.
one thing, seeing you play that you did better, it's a pet peeve of mine watching, when
Mhm.
girls don't take the open space in front of them and they just,
Yeah.
you were one of the best I saw this season. You took the open space and, until, a defender came, which put a smile on my face. I try to teach my nieces, you keep dribbling until you get to a defender,
Yeah.
make your move, or you give the ball up.
Yeah.
I just want to say that, it was, I have no favorites when I go to the high school games, and I just like to root for a good game and watch these kids succeed. But it was finally that I didn't start like huffing under my breath when I watched you play. It was good to see. And you can tell from the experience, the level you play at with your DA. Um, I like to do real quick random questions. You up for it?
Yeah.
Thank Abby Naj's dad for this. I like because I've been doing the same interviews since COVID. Basketball, I do basketball and soccer, and he suggests to get rid of a question because most kids give the same answer to that question, and be interested to do this. And I like it; it's got a good response. So, what's your favorite TV show?
I like Outer Banks.
Outer Banks. I've never seen that. How about favorite movie?
It's like called Clouds. It's on Disney Plus. It's like a new movie that came out.
What's it about?
It's about like a kid that like has cancer and like trying to pursue like his singing dreams and like this stuff. It's a good movie.
Seems good. What's your favorite number?
3.
3? Not 23? Okay. What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
What's your favorite food?
Surf taco.
Surf taco. You can never go wrong with surf taco. Oh shoot, drawing a blank. There was one. Oh, what is something when you're not playing soccer, something you like to do in your leisure time?
I like to draw.
Draw? That's good. Yeah, people find it like I always find it interesting stuff like girls do outside.
Yeah.
There's some interesting answers. So getting ready to wrap up, talking, your future. You came into college, Charleston. What was some of the factors, not non-soccer related, but some of the factors with the campus or, why you picked them?
The campus is it's just beautiful, and it's like a beautiful area too. And like it's just like coming down to like where I saw myself better, which was Charleston. And it's always like it just is always hot there. Like it has nice weather, and like it kind of just like when I went there, it just like felt like home. It was like a bigger Point Pleasant kind of to me.
How's your relationship with the coaching staff?
It's great. Yeah, they're all so nice. Like so nice.
Yeah, I bet that they're excited to get you down there next year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what your major is going to be yet?
I want to go into PT or like athletic training and like that stuff.
I was talking to one of the PDA Shore coaches at the Brick game, and we were talking how girls these days, you girls are so smart, and you play soccer at a top level. When we were in high school, you either played sports or you were book smart. You're not both. And today, even on the basketball side, and you girls have such high aspirations, off the field. It's so impressive. You got a good grade point average?
Yeah, we do.
So that's what you major, so we know what you want to, pursue after, college. Last question I like to ask. What advice would you give your younger self?
Just like to never give up and to always keep working hard and believe in your dreams because they do come true.
That's great advice. All right, Shae, I appreciate you joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck, next season, and I follow all the local kids when they go to the next level. I like to see how they're doing and competing. So hopefully, and then, just keep pursuing your dreams. Maybe.
Thank you.
Would you, if you made the national team, would you wear your aunt's number?
Yeah, for sure.
What number was she? 3? 2?
Yeah,
3?
she's 3.
Okay. Is that why? That's
yeah, that's 3.
What was your mother's number at Monmouth?
I have no idea.
That part.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, Shae, and thank you. Great getting to know you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye.